like to call this meeting the Westland City Council to order. We'll begin this evening with a Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Michael McDermott.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, roll call.
Councilman Godbout.
Present.
Councilman Herzberg is absent, excused. Pro Tem Londo.
Here.
Councilman McDermott. Here. Councilwoman Rakowski. Present. Councilwoman Sampe.
Present.
President Hart.
Here.
A quorum is present.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Begin with special presentations and announcements. I'll invite up Vic Barra, City of Westland Facilities Director.
Greetings, Council, Deputy Mayor, City Attorney, residents. I'm here on behalf of the Mayor to again bring compassion to the meeting and to our community. And I'm proud to introduce a couple of people, and I'm going to ask them to join me now. These two ladies here. Mrs. Deanna Stachow is our chairperson for the Compassionate Committee, and Mrs. Laura Fritz is the vice chair of the Compassionate Committee. So you're going to be seeing more of these two ladies as they roll out the committee's agenda. They got a lot of great ideas, and I'm not going to steal their thunder. I'm going to turn it over to Deanna to take the lead here, but they have somebody special in the audience that they want to introduce to the council, so I'll let them have their due. Ladies.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Vic. Appreciate that. Yet, as Vic mentioned, we are definitely on a good roll for this Compassionate City Committee. And we consider this the Mayor's Compassionate City Committee because we really want to make this a full city opportunity for compassion. Okay, and we are here this evening to present the Compassionate City Award to Dr. David Latier. He's a doctor, veterinarian medicine. And then I would also like to thank Laura Fritz, our vice chair. And she did so much work on bringing the event together that the doctor had. He did such a beautiful job on it. So once again, let me turn this over to Laura and Dr. Fritz. Oh, by the way, nice to meet you. Okay.
Hello. Some of you may also know me as the co-founder of the Westland Volunteer Corps. On June 8th, the Volunteer Corps hosted a free pet health seminar at the Wayne Ford Civic League. Dr. David Latier of Westland Veterinary Hospital accepted our invitation to be a guest speaker for this seminar, which provided a lot of great information to Westland pet owners. His compassion for our pets and advocacy for community education inspired him to not only design a presentation, but do so as he worked full-time at his practice. So on behalf of Mayor Wild, City Council, and the City Clerk, we, members of the Compassionate City Committee, are here today to recognize him as an outstanding individual for going above and beyond his job description for our pets and our community. It is our pleasure and privilege to present this certificate of compassion to Dr. David Latier.
Let's have another round of applause for the doctor. Thank you to the doctor, and thank you to Deanna and Laura for all the work you do in the Compassionate City. We'll now go ahead and open questions or input on the agenda. This section will allow a person to be recognized only at the beginning of the meeting to address the council pertaining to items that are specifically on the business agenda. Questions asked may be responded to during the agenda item following a motion and support from council. Is there anyone on my right? Is there anyone on my left? Seeing no input on the agenda, we'll move to the consent calendar. Is there a motion? I have a motion by Councilwoman Rakowski, supported by Councilwoman Sampe. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any dissent? Any dissent? Seeing no dissent, motion carries.
Council has approved the following consent calendar items. Approval of temporary event permit requests from Westland House to host their first annual pig roast event on August 13, 2022, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Westland House, 36,000 Campus Drive, and to waive all administrative fees associated with the request. Approval of bid for professional roof replacement services project at the Family Center. Administration recommended the low bidder, Five Star Roofing, at a total cost not to exceed $194,020. Approval of bid for professional services related to the supply and installation of security cameras at the Senior Center. Administration recommended the low bidder, Actron Security Alarm Systems Incorporated, at a total cost not to exceed $15,060. Approval of proposal relating to the supply and installation of security cameras at Westland Police Department. Administration recommended Actron Security Alarm Systems Incorporated at a total cost not to exceed $98,898.43. Last item approved on the consent calendar today, approval of subscription renewal with Manage Engine relating to the city's existing help desk and desktop management software. Total amount $7,080. Moving next to payment of vouchers.
Motion by Councilman McDermott, supported by Councilman Godbout. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any dissent? Any dissent? Seeing no dissent, motion carries.
Excuse me a second here. New business, item 1, approval of minutes of regular meeting held July 18, 2022.
Support.
I have a motion by Councilman Londo, supported by Councilwoman Sampe. Since I have to abstain, I pass the gavel to the pro tem.
Thank you, Council President. Is there any discussion on this item? Any discussion on this item? Any dissent?
Roll call.
Roll call, please. Yep.
Councilman Godbout.
Yes.
Councilman Herzberg is absent excused. Pro Tem Londo.
Yes.
Councilman McDermott.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rakowski.
Abstain.
Councilwoman Sampe.
Yes.
President Hart.
Abstain due to absence.
Motion passes.
Let the record show I've received the gavel back from the pro tem.
New business, item 2, confirmation of reappointment of Jen Korolewski to the William P. Faust Public Library Board for a 5-year term with the term to expire August 7, 2027.
Motion by Councilman Londo, supported by the pro tem. Or excuse me, Councilman Godbout, supported by pro tem Londo. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any dissent? Any dissent? Mayor, I apologize. Deputy Mayor, do you have anything to offer?
Thanks, Council President. We would just appreciate your support for the approval tonight. She's been serving on the board since 2020, and this would be for another 5-year term. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, I'll ask, is there any dissent? Any dissent? Seeing no dissent, motion carries. Ms. Korolewski, stand up and be recognized. We'll now move into public comment. Everyone speaking before the council should do so in a civil manner. Speakers shall refrain from abusive or profane remarks, vulgar language, disruptive outbursts, threats, racial slurs, or other conduct that interferes with the business meeting. Personal attacks on council members, the administration, city staff, other speakers, or members of the public will not be tolerated. The clock will start upon the first words of the speaker and will not stop while the speaker is recognized from the floor. It is the speaker's option to ask questions at this time, and the person questioned may choose to respond during the speaker's allotment of time. However, the clock will not be stopped once it is started. The clock will continue to run until the speaker is completed or their speaking time is exhausted, whichever is first. Is there anyone on my right? Is there anyone on my left? Sir.
Good evening. I'm Arthur Warren, President of the Southeast Westland Homeowners Association. And I bring to you, the council and through the administration, some issues that we have over in the Carver subdivision and Annapolis Park. One is priority waste, your waste contractor. your waste contractor has a tendency to lift up trash to the receptacle on the truck and drop it in the street and never come back to pick it up. And residents are picking up the trash out of the street. And I'm getting a lot of calls on that. And even when you call priority, it takes you 20 to 30 minutes to get through to their help desk. And I don't think that's very, very good. Also, on Middlebelt, we had a sign saying, "Welcome to the Carver subdivision." And I think that when we did the contractors did the fiber optic cables, they removed the sign, and the sign has yet to be replaced. Also, in regards to grass cutting, there's a field on Eaton Street across from 289-67 Eaton where they only cut half of the field. I can understand in the springtime when the field is full of water, they don't have to get back there, but it's been dry for a long time and you're paying full price and you're only getting half the grass cut. Now, I have a serious problem with the question of Richard Street. Most of the recycling containers are left on the street. You even have recycling containers from the city of Inkster out there on the street. Okay, and you have piles of rubbish that I've asked for 4 weeks ago, hopefully that we would get some code enforcement over there to have these folks either to call in or the city take some action to it, because I don't want our community to return to what it was when I moved there. I want us to be removed off of the HUD's list of a target community. And so I would need the city's help to do that. And so that's one of the things I want to bring up is that there are couches out there, piles of rubbish from construction on Richard Street. On Julius Boulevard right now, there are a number of, I think, living room sets out there in the median. They need to be removed. So hopefully that you can get your code officers out there and see whether they put in for requests to have them removed. If they haven't, leave a strong note on the door so they can get these things out of the way so we can return this thing back into a livable and clean city. And so that's all I have at this particular point in time. I just hope that we can get this going on. Oh, also, parks. Okay, there's a collapsed picnic table in Firefighters Park that needs to be repaired.
Time's up, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Is there anyone on my right? Anyone else in the audience? All right, we'll close citizens' comments and move the comments from the administration. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Council President. Thank you, Mr. Warren. We'll get on those lists, and we did have ordinance out there, and a lot of those issues were bulk pickup issues that we're working with priority on. But we'll get the picnic table looked at, Eaton Street, and a few other things. And if you got a list of that, if you want to just shoot me an email, I can make sure that I didn't miss anything that we were talking about this evening. So we'll get it taken care of. And with that, Council President, I know it's a busy night for the clerk, and he's got a lot of activity going on. So we'll cut our comments short. Thanks.
Thank you. And I would remind the rest of my colleagues that the clerk department does have a busy night tonight. Please keep that in mind. Is there anything else from the attorney's office today?
No, thank you. It's good to be here and see everybody, but no other comments.
Thank you very much. We'll move to council comments. We'll start with Councilman Michael McDermott.
Good evening. Thank you, Council President. I'll keep it real brief tonight. Jen, congratulations on your reappointment. Well deserved. We appreciate everything you do on the library board here in the city. We need more good people like Jen who work on all of our boards and commissions. Laura and Deanna, looks like they left. Thank you for what you're doing on the Compassionate City Initiative. And with that, I know that no one will see this tomorrow, but for those of you in the audience, make sure to vote or turn on your absentee ballot. And I wish you all a safe and wonderful couple of weeks here. Treat each other with kindness and respect, and we'll see you here in a few weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. We'll move on to Councilwoman Urkowski.
Good evening. Thank you, Council President. I would also like to thank Jen for her continued commitment and support of our library. I've always said that the service in our community is what makes our community work. So thank you. And I'm just excited that Blues Brews and Barbecue is back, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone come out and Friday and Saturday and enjoy ourselves. And it's nice that it's back to normal, even more so. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Sampe.
Thank you, Council President. I will keep my comments as brief as possible in Melissa's terms. So I wanted to also congratulate Jen on your appointment or reappointment. Again, we also appreciate the commitment. The library is very important in our community. You guys do a lot of great things. So thank you very much for just continuing to serve. Just kind of a reminder for tomorrow's elections, if anyone will see this or anyone in the audience, the clerk's page does have information on voting locations. There's been changes, so feel free to look at that page. And I also wanted to thank the clerk's office and all the election workers for all your hard work that you do. You guys work so hard. I know last year, I was in the heat of it, but this year I'll be watching from the sidelines, and you guys really do a great job. So thank you, and congratulations ahead of time. And also, I do look forward to seeing everyone out at Blues Brews. The drone show on Saturday, and then there's also going to be a family fun time on Saturday from 2 to 4 for crafts and inflatables and music. So I hope those that have families, you can come out and bring your family for that free family time on Saturday. So that's it for me. So our next meeting is on the 15th at 7. Until then, everyone be safe and kind, and continue to keep up with my updates on my personal Facebook page, Councilwoman Melissa Sampe. See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Godbout.
Thanks. Just a couple things. One, I wanted to thank the DDA for their sponsorship of the Smooth Summer Nights Jazz Series that were on Thursday nights at Central City Park. There were great crowds out there. The weather cooperated. It was great weather, and we had some great entertainment. The DDA is responsible for putting that event on. So, as well as they're a major sponsor of our upcoming Blues Brews and Barbecue this weekend. And then the following week on August 11th and 18th, they're shifting gears a little bit and are going to have Hot Country Nights concert series on the following 2 Thursdays. So please avail yourself, make yourself available to come up to those events. They're great events. Mother Nature's been extremely kind to us on those nights. So come up and enjoy some nice free entertainment in the city. Take me on my way.
Is that your cue?
Yeah. Just one other thing, the Norwayne Citizens Council is having a back-to-school extravaganza and outdoor movie on Friday, August 12th at the Lincoln Johnson Field. The Mad Science festivities begin at 5 p.m. There's a free backpack distribution, and the movie Jumanji begins at 7 that evening. So if you're available on the 12th, I suggest you come up to Lincoln Field and enjoy the movie. So with that, also, Jen, congratulations on your reappointment. Appreciate all that you do for not only the library board, but your involvement with the chamber and a lot of other things going on in the city. It's much appreciated. That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilman Godbout. Pro Tem Londo.
Thank you. I'll also be brief tonight as well. Congratulations to Jen Karlowski on your reappointment to the library board. You came on at kind of a tough time, and you've done a great job serving on our board, so we appreciate you stepping up to reserve on our board. Just a couple other quick things. I want to thank Councilman Godbout and everyone else that was involved in the Westland Community Foundation Christmas in July event that was last week. We had a great time, and Councilman Godbout was very instrumental in helping put that together, getting sponsorships, getting bodies in the room, and it was a great event. So thank you to everyone that came out to that. The police department had their first neighborhood meeting, community meeting at the Landings Apartment. Deputy Chief Dolly, who's here tonight, was there. I was able to attend. We had a pretty good turnout out there. A lot of good feedback from the residents, and their next event is going to be on Thursday, August 10th, and this will be at the Westland Clyde Smith subdivision on Newburgh Road in one of the cul-de-sacs. You don't have to live in that subdivision to attend. If you have any issues with the crime in your community, you can stop by and talk to the police in a nice, relaxed setting. As Councilman Godbout stated, the concerts have been fantastic. I've been out there each week, and the crowds are getting bigger and bigger every week. So it's great to see, and it's great to see the DDA step up to bring these concerts for free right here in the community. And with that said, with Blues Brews and Barbecue being this weekend, There will be no concerts this week, and there also won't be any farmers market this week due to that. Mr. Warren took down some of your information, and I know the council president was jotting stuff down as well, so we'll make sure that those issues are taken care of in a timely fashion for you over in the neighborhood. And then last but not least, thank you to the clerk's office and all the election workers that I saw out here getting ready for a big day tomorrow. And good luck to all the candidates on the primary ballot. Have a good night.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I'll begin this evening by thanking Councilman McDermott for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'd also like to congratulate Jen for your reappointment. It's not easy work, but it's valuable work, and we thank you for it. So we thank you. Yes, Blues Brews is this weekend, so this will hit the wire in time for people to know, hey, come to Blues Brews. It's a great time. The drone show is back. The fireworks are back. The drone show is the talk of Southeast Michigan. I have people across the state that say, how did you do that drone show? It was really cool, and I never tell them anything because it's ours. But it's really cool. Come by and check it out. Besides that, it's a great time, great food. We have a lot of vendors there lining up barbecue, and one of my local favorites is working this year, so I won't say who, so I'll let you figure it out. But we've got a lot of great queue, and my guy's really good. So go check him out. With regards to these items here, Deputy Mayor, when you go ahead and work on these issues that Mr. Warren brought forward, could you please copy the council in whole so that we just know what the resolution is on these things? We would really appreciate that. Thank you. And I won't take any more time other than to thank the clerk and the clerk's department, the clerk's office for all your hard work this evening. We appreciate it. It's a thankless job, but it's a valuable job, and we're thankful for it. So thank you, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. So is there a motion to adjourn?